And we'll be starting the bar.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2026 European Universities Classic Powerlifting Cup. We are live from Mérignac, France for the first day of lifting. One flight today with 5 weight classes. Two groups, first off the women's, the 47s and the 52s, then the men's from 59 to 74s. My name is Alexandre Naudin. We've been here before, but to my right is a new host for USA's Powerlifting, Wissem Dergal. How are we feeling, Wissem?
Hello everyone, it's a pleasure to be here to commentate
And the bar
this
is
first day
loaded.
of the European Universities Classic Powerlifting Cup. And we are already starting.
So first off, we're going to be seeing a 47, a well-known name on the scene, Katia Katsarova. She's been competing pretty much everywhere. She's opening with 55 kilos. Somewhat a very low bar positioning, yet she squats in heels. That was a super deep squat, but already very slow. It seems on the other hand for an opener. Still waiting on the lights though.
Just waiting for
Or yet to have a jury decision or a referee decision. What's up with the remote? Maybe they just don't want to work at the beginning of the day. This tends to happen, technical issues at the beginning of a competition. So flags are going to get thrown up in the air probably, or thumbs up. What's happening with that? We've seen that before with Sam. It's not an unusual sight at the beginning of a competition.
Yeah, we let everything take place. Every person who is taking part of the organization take the habit of what they have to do.
Yeah.
Interesting details with our first athlete, Katia. She went to the platform without a belt and knee sleeves.
Yeah, as she typically does, to be fair.
Referees, can we please get a vote on the lift with thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up or thumbs down, referees, please.
No, we need
Thumbs
to
up,
wait.
it is a good lift, 115 kilos on the bar.
So technical issues continuing here, unfortunately. We'll let you know what happens. But supposedly we're having an issue with the remotes, and the jury is opposed to continuing the competition without the remotes. I'm not sure what's happening. Coaches for Team France are asking whether the bar is loaded for Marion Bonifay or not. But referees are not even seated. It's it's getting unusual right now. I don't think I've ever seen that before. But the bar is finally loaded for Marion Bonifay. 115, representing the Université de Tours and wearing the beautiful French singlets. Dare I say, maybe a bit biased here, but whatever. Yeah, very deep squat, but slightly difficult for an opener. I would say she could have been bothered by that shaky start to the competition. Having to wait for 3 whole minutes in the tent, that's not ideal at all.
Still, she's nominated first in this 47 weight category.
Yeah, with that opener, she already has quite a sensible lead. So in the 52s we go. First one to open from Switzerland, Mayan Ishii, Université de Lausanne. Brought to the platform by French 105 champion Eliam Chandounoudou, who will be representing France in Dubai later on in the year. I wouldn't say it's an easy opener, but it's the easiest one we've seen so far.
3 white lights, a
A little bit of work, but it tends to happen for the first attempt. You know, you have the stress of starting your competition, and also you have to take your eyes in place with the public in front of you.
Is loaded.
Now bar is loaded for Mia Wanop. From Great Britain, University of Nottingham, 122.5. She was nominated 5th, forecasted 5th as we speak. Can she beat the odds and try and climb up the rankings? Yeah, that's more like an opener should look. Best opener so far for
3 white lights,
the representative of GB.
127.5 on the bar for Martina Fortuna, followed by Raine and Gasquet.
Next up is Martina Fortuna. She's from Sapienza Università di Roma. Excuse my Italian. We'll do our best here, switching from language to language. 3 more openers to go for this first group.
Loaded.
So Martina Fortuna is nominated 2nd in this 52 weight class, just behind Manon Gasquet.
Another slow opener. What's happening in this fight with him?
I don't know, they might just have the stress on the first attempt, you know.
Yeah, maybe a bit of nerves, you're right.
Some of them have done some travel to come here in Mérignac. So they might be a little tired of it or not used to.
And keep in mind that this is the University Cup, so most of these lifters are yet to be very experienced. So a bit of nerves is to be expected. Next athlete out is Everita Reinmakivica, Latvia University of Life Science. 20 years young, been competing for 4 years. She's opening at 135. That's reasonably 1 jump away of her personal best of 142.5. She's very much in the fight for 2nd position with Fortuna, with the clear favorite being Manon Gasquet from France. Yeah, that's a bit more. It's still weighing on the lights, and an issue with the timer, so lack of depth, unanimous red cards. How does that look on the replay? It does seem borderline. Could have been either way, to be honest.
The bar is loaded.
And final opener, 145, Manon Gasquet, Université Aix-Marseille. 145, that's 1 massive opener for her. But she's been improving a lot from competition to competition. We've seen her at French Nats and we've seen her at Girl Power before, where she's had a solid competition.
Yeah, she finished on the 3rd place of the podium at French Nationals, and her personal best at squat is 152.5, so we are 7.5 kilo below.
By the looks of it, she's at least on pace to try and match that 152.5, but she could be breaking it with a solid 2nd, we'll see. But the first round is done and all but 1 athlete on the board. We are missing Reinmakivica from Lithuania. So next up, Katja Katsarova, 60 kilos.
The bar is loaded.
I'm not sure I would have bet on a jump of 5 after 1 difficult opener for Katja. But who knows? That same very low bar positioning.
I think it is to be said that the new IPF rules has been postponed to March.
I think you're mentioning that because you don't think that bar positioning is going to be allowed in 2 weeks or so. Am I correct?
Yes, it might cause some discussion or some debate between referees.
Yet today it is very much allowed, so she can compete with that. And she manages to get that 2nd attempt, which is a surprise to me, but which is great.
Our first record attempt of the competition is for a university squat record.
Next up, Marion Bonifay, Université Tours 180. It's going to be the first USA record attempt, 118. It's a jump of 3 kilos, and she squatted more than this before in competition. So it sounds very believable for her. Can our 9th squat of the competition be the first USA record broken? Very deep. Yeah, she said, if I'm going to go down with the record, I'm going to make it count. 3 white lights, new USA record for Marion Bonifay.
Nice effort, and it is to be said that the USA record in squat in this category was held by Maria Zabelina from Russia since 2020. So it's been 6 years of this record.
My man's coming in with the stats. I told you, Wissam is on.
And the bar is
New commentator
loaded.
for USA. Still getting warm up to the mic in English, but we love to see it. Next up, Maya Nishi, Switzerland, University of Lausanne, 127.5. She has a personal best of 131.5. This is getting close. I'm not sure what to make of that second attempt. It's going to pass, yes, 3 white lights, but is it personal best in the cards for her today? I'm not sure. I think the only safe bet right now is loading that 2.5 and going for 130.
Yeah, it would still be a great performance considering it's 1.5 kilos under her own personal best.
The bar is loaded.
Bar's now loaded from Mio and up. 127.5 also. This one's to match Mayan. They are neck and neck in the squat event, going for that same second attempt, and only 1 kg separated on their personal best squat. But that's a much smoother second attempt. How about the lights? Unfortunately, I was a bit suspicious from afar, but the referees are closer than we are, and it's going to be no lift for lack of depth. Next up, Martina Fortuna, Sapienza Universidad di Roma, 132.5 jump F5. Just shy of a PB of 2.5. A bit segmented on the way up. She had to throw her knees back onto the bar,
135 on the bar.
but it worked. 2 to 1, a good lift.
Followed by Geski and Katsarova.
Next athlete out is Everita Ren Makevica, the Latvian. The only athlete we are missing on the board. She missed out on her opener for lack of depth, but it looked very easy. She has opted to retake it, which is a sensible decision on that kind of stage, but I could have envisioned a little jump. She struggled a bit to extend the knees and present the bar, but still very comfortable on the way up. Was that deeper? Yes, it was, because she received 1 white, but still a red from the front and the blue from the right-hand side for the knees unlocked while presenting the bar.
A second attack record today. First one was successful.
Coaches seem to understand, the athlete doesn't. You don't want to play that kind of mind games right now. You want to try and be confident to try and score at least 1 attempt to stay in the championship. Now Manon Gasky going for 153.
Yeah, a new USA squat record attempt for Manon Gasky. She is the owner of this record that she did in 2025 with 147.5.
Already solid improvements on that second attempt, but she needs to make it count. 153, which would also be a new personal best in competition for the French. That same pre-hinge, solid depth, but she stalls on the way up.
Maybe.
Do you think she ran out of gas, or it was just a technical issue? How about the replay? What can you notice?
Maybe she went too much off depth.
So you think that was too deep of a squat and she kicked back a bit?
Yeah.
So you think that she has a chance to correct what happens in the second round? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if it's her technique or no, but if she got a little bit of depth more just to be on the line, she might be able to have less range of motion to travel.
So 3 misses in the second round. The score sheet is turning red. And the third round start with Katsalova from the National Sports Academy of Bulgaria. 65, she's going back-to-back with the 5s.
And it's a personal record attempt.
It's going to be a tough ask, but she's a grinder. Oh my God, she might have that. She keeps on pushing.
Oh my
She's
God.
standing up. Hopefully no blues on that squat. I'm not sure how to judge that one. Yeah, double blues, 1 white, no lift, but what an effort by Katsalova.
Insane effort.
Wow, she really battled that one out. I'm sure most of our viewers had ruled her out midway up, but she kept on fighting. What a grind. If this one would have been a 3 white light, it would have already been the grind of the competition. I can't even imagine a more difficult grind. Oh, wait, might be misloaded. It is 121 that's been asked for Marion Bonifet. And we were missing a 2.5 on the right-hand side. Now the bar is loaded. 121, another USA record attempt. She established one just a few minutes ago, yeah, 118. That's 3 more kilos, and that would be a 1 kg personal best. It's going to be tough, but there's a chance. Hey, you know what? Arguably, that was our best attempt so far. Yeah. 3 white lights, new USA record, 3 for 3 in the squat. And I mean, if she only scores 20 and 20 in both the bench and the deadlift, she's going to be champion.
Almost moved better than her second attempt, and she's right to try to go for her best attempt since she doesn't have much of a competition with Maria.
Yeah, there's too big of a gap in between the 2 lifters.
With Katja, sorry.
Mia went up from knots, 127.5 again. Lack of depth on both sides last time around. Just a few centimeters of depth.
Now the depth looks good. What the referee is going to say, it's 3 white lights.
And this is how you adapt on the day. You collect the kilos. Nicely done.
Followed by Fortuna and Reine. This is last attempt to change openers. Last attempt to change openers. The bar is loaded.
Now bar is loaded at 130 kilos, just as was predicted before Wissem Mayanishi from Lausanne. Maybe it was a technical issue in the second round that we did not pick up, but maybe her coach did, and she can score a solid third. Give us a fight, Mayan. Come on.
Allez.
Yeah, just not there on the day.
That is
It happens.
unfortunately a no lift.
She was very close to her personal best of 131.5. Just not here today. It happens. We move on to bench. She might be in the best shape of her life for bench and deadlifts. Who knows?
Yeah, she's opening 5 kilos under her personal best in bench, so we might see a new personal best for her.
Yeah, it could be, or it could be a double 2.5 kilo jumps and just looking to match it. We'll see. But already 2 misses out of 4 lifts in the third round. Now Martina Fortuna, Italy, 137.5. That would be a new personal best of 2.5. Yeah, she stalls on the way up. It kind of looks like Manon's second attempt, to be honest. Super deep, slightly kicked back and stalls midway up.
Followed by Gaski.
And now we have an interesting scenario for the next squat.
Indeed we do. Is Everita Ren Makevica. She missed 135 twice. She's forecasted to be second in the class. And even though she has no squats on the board, she's going up 5 kilos. She wants 140 kilos. She squatted more than that before in competition. Maybe those extra kilos are going to be enablers for a bit more depth, but she needs to extend the knees while presenting the bar. She only managed to convince 1 referee last time around. Let's see that presentation of the bar. Shaky knees once again, but all 3 referees have put down their arms. Depth looks good from afar. Was it enough?
That is a 2-to-1.
2-to-1, a good lift. She's on the board. We're going to have all 7 women's in the bench press event, which is good.
Yeah, the scenario has revealed to be the good one to choose.
Men, get ready. You are up.
And final squat attempt for the women's today. Manon Gaski. A retake of 153 for a USA record.
And the bar is loaded.
Jump of 8 kilos. Time for revenge, time for records. Personal best and USA record at stake here for Manon Gaski.
Yeah, and after that squat, we will head towards the next group of men, 59, 66, and 74 weight classes.
Usain, pay close attention to that technique. Does it look any different? Where are the solutions coming from for Manon Gaski?
How the depths will be.
That same pre-hinge once again, still very deep, and she stalls at that exact same point.
No lift, unfortunately.
But I mean, she's the clear favorite of the day. She loses out on 8 kilos, but on forecasted total, she has 17.5 kgs of a lead, which is quite comfortable in a weight class like the 52s, but nothing to be decided yet. If she keeps on missing, she might open up the door for someone to try and sneak in on the podium on that first position. But those squats were kind of a bloodbath for women's. Now we move straight into the men's. 3 weight classes, only 159 being Patryk Siecielski from Poland, the first one out. We then have 4 66s and a lot more 74s with a solid battle at the top in between Gudledburg and Orazim Starsh.
The representative of University of Varmia and Mazuri in Olsztyn is going for his first squat.
Lovely opener.
So
however, when you miss a command, it is not going to slide with that kind of refereeing.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but since he's the only one in this weight class, he just need to register a total to win his weight class.
Absolutely. But he can still shoot for records. If I'm alone, I'm going to score 1 attempt and then shoot for the moon. Now in the 66s, we go with Pascal Scaravis, Newcastle University, 157.5. He squatted 187.5 in the past. This is quite below that. To the one, he could lift.
Yeah, strong opener for Pascal.
Uba high dog, followed by Whitaker and Danek.
Next up, Uba Aydok.
And the bar is loaded.
He hasn't put on his wrist straps yet, but 15 more seconds to go, should be fine. He's representing Nemesti Kosokalati. And 160 is a solid opener for him. He's squatted 170 in the past. We can see the nerves, but it's normal for an opener. 3 white lights. I would not be surprised for a second attempt to be a bit more convincing. But the Hungarian scores his opener. Now to Jack Whitaker, University of Gloucester, 167.5.
An opener 5 kilos below his personal best.
Just what an opener should be for Jack Whitaker. 3 white lights, a good lift.
170 on the bar for Jakub Danek, followed by Bros and Slice. The bar is loaded.
Next up, Jakub Danek, Charles University. .30 seconds to go for the 21-year-old. 3 years of competitive experience for Jakub. And a solid opener, very snappy, very fast. 3 white lights.
190 on the bar for Yannick Bros, followed by Slice and
Shaky legs during the walkout, but still he managed to move this bar very fast.
Yeah, I'm not so worried about shaky legs anymore since I've seen Austin Perkins squat 340 with shaky legs. I mean, what can't he do? Now to Yannick Ross, University of Amsterdam, 190. Still very new to the sport, only 1 year of competitive experience, 22-year-old. Will still be a junior next year.
Three white lights, a good lift. Same
Solid
weight on the bar
opener
for
from
Jan
Yannick.
Adam Smice, followed by Lushar and Kamara.
Jan Adam Smash from Prague University of Economics. He's opening with 190.
And the bar is loaded.
He asked for a little slap from his coach before entering the platform.
I would say a gentle pat in the back, just some friendly motivation.
It is up to every athlete to have their own rituals entering the platforms to, for example, remove the anxiety for the first attempt.
Yeah, but I must say violence should not be shown on camera according to the rules, but I mean, as commentators, we kind of love to see it. That's energy. In 3 white lights for the Czech. He's on the board. Now to the Belgian Simon Louchard, Université catholique de Louvain, 205. Keep that same routine that you've been working on in training, that same setup of the hands. You want to be convincing with that opener. You're only introducing yourself to the referees, really, because that opening weight should not be challenging too much. Yeah, that's one lovely opener. He utilized the whole minute to set up, but it did work in his favor. 3 white lights.
Probably one of the fastest and more confident opener.
Speed is not the only measure we should be taking care of, but speed is a good indication of what's to be expected for that second attempt. I'm expecting at least 10, rather 12 or maybe 15. Now Jensen Camara, Belgium, University of Antwerpen, 210.
Really convincing depths for this first attempt.
White lights, a good lift.
Absolutely.
220 on the bar for Franz Jose Goris, followed by Labes and Orajan.
Next up, Franz Jose Goris from Belgium. We've seen him at 3 internationals in Pilsen, Czechia, San Jose, Costa Rica, and Druskininkai, Lithuania last year in December. So he's going from internationals to internationals.
And he's now representing Leuven University.
Yes, since this is the University Cup, athletes are allowed to wear their nation singlet, but they are representing their universities. Solid opener at 220 for Franz Jose Goris, who grinded out 2:30 in Druskininkai in December last year. Has he made progress from that competition? It was not a long time ago. I know it's a whole new year, we're in February, but yet December is very close. Only 2 months to improve on your squat. That's not a lot. One of our final 3 openers, Alexandre Labes, Université de Paris, 225. In the 4 red plates we go.
Yeah, and for his first attempt, he's already trying to extend his own USA squat record.
That's not the best of openers with him.
Could be the French grind.
Could be, but lack of depth according to the 2 side referees. But you can see him really extend his lumbar spine while trying to reach depth, and it prevents him from getting that sufficient mobility to hit depth. That's not going to pass. Now 227.5 for a title contender, Stash Orasem, Universa na Primorskem.
Yeah, he's nominated second, 5 kilos behind the favorite nominated from Italia.
Now I'm telling you, this guy is a real threat. And he has a solid squat on him. I want to see how that looks. It looks snappy. Is it deep enough? Yes, it is. 3 white lights. Stash the Menace is on the board.
Opening attempt 248.5 for the new
And it's going to be back-to-back with the title contenders on the platform.
Buldeborg,
Next up is going to be the Italian representing Partenope. It's Ozin Rami.
And for his first attempt, he'll try to steal the USA squat record from Stas Orasem, which is 248. And he's opening 500 grams up.
But 500 grams could very much be the difference from a solid attempt to a no lift. I want to see that. The clock is ticking. 40 seconds for him. Should be plenty of time. But is that a reasonable opener? Or too greedy of an opener? We've seen Italian lifters be very aggressive with play calling before. From going to competitions, we start noticing tendencies and differences in terms of strategy between nations. How about that for Ozin Rami? Make it move. This needs to move like an opener. And it does move like an opener indeed. No troubles with that whatsoever. 3 white lights, new USA record. It's gonna be a fight in between Buldeborg and Orasem. I think we have a solid matchup on our hands with him.
Yeah, and probably Stas Orasem will have the last word since he's nominated with the biggest deadlift between the two.
I think it's gonna come down to one missed attempt. If these two go 9 for 9, they're gonna be neck and neck. Only 2 misses out of all 13 lifters in the first round of squat. And one of those who missed were Patrick Sisielski. He's now back on the platform. He's retaking 150. Weight was not an issue at all. Just needs to wait for all 2 commands. Depth on point. And he waited for the commands. So of course those 3 lights are going to be white. He's on the board. So now only missing Alexandre Labesse from France.
The bar is loaded.
Now Pascal Scalavis, Newcastle University, jumping 12.5, 170.
From Newcastle University. .5 kilos jump from his first attempt.
It is a 2-to-1 good lift. Same weight on the bar for Huba Haidok, followed by Whitaker and Danek.
It's a good lift.
It is a good lift. And he was prevented by the spotters from walking out front. Might have saved him from a yellow, who knows. Now Huba Haidok from Hungary, 170 jump of 10, looking to match his personal best. Three white lights, he good lift.
177.5 on the bar for Jack Whitaker, followed by Danek and Smiles.
Next up, Jack Whitaker, 177.5 jump of 10. That would be 5 kgs above his registered PB. Surely some progress happened in the gym because you don't load a 5 kg PB in the second round if you're not very confident.
He's nominated 3rd in the 66 weight class, and he'll fight for this 3rd place with Jakub Danek. 2.5 kilos separate them in nomination total.
I mean, that's how a personal best is supposed to move. 2 to 1, a good lift, but I'm not sure that was a reasonable second. Maybe he just cut some grass from under his feet and prevented him from reaching his true top end with that second.
The bar is loaded.
We'll see. The bar is already loaded for Jakub Dadek, Charles University. Also a jump of 10, a popular one in this group of 66, 74s, and 159. This would also be a new personal best, but 7.5 above his previous personal best. Three white lights, a good lift. So new personal best of 7.5, very solid, and some room for a third.
The bar is loaded.
Now bar is loaded for Jan Adams Smash, Prague University of Economics, 197.5, that's a 7.5 kg jump. Slower, but that's to be expected for a second attempt. I'd say there's some room on that squat. 3 white lights, a good lift.
200 kilos on the bar for Yannick Bros, followed by Luchar and Labes.
What would you add on to that? You'd be conservative at 2.5, or would you go for a 5?
I mean, if you just want to cross the milestone of 200, you just go for 2.5 more.
Yannick Bos, University of Amsterdam, 200 kilos, another jump of 10. This one's to match his personal best of 200.
Come on. 3 white lights, a good
3 white lights, a good lift.
217.5 on the bar for Simon Luchar, followed by Labes and Camara.
Next up, Simon Luchar, 217.5 for the Belgian. A solid jump of 12.5. So a personal best of 2.5 is at stake with that second attempt.
Applying a white block powder on his hand, can you explain more what it is?
Yes, of course, this is chalk. This is to add more friction, to make for more control of the bar, for it to be kind of sticky on your back, for it to stand still, because more stability means more force output, more strength output on the bar.
And it is totally authorized in the IPF Federation.
Just like you use it in gymnastics or climbing, this is the same type of chalk. Once again, he utilizes that whole minute to set up. You can see the timer ticking, but he makes easy work of 217.5. 3 white lights, and to be fair, we could expect that same jump once again. He's looking extra comfortable under that bar. However, someone that did not look comfortable under the bar was Alexandre Labes from l'Université de Paris. He's retaking 225. Can you find the solution? It looked difficult, and it lacked depth. Use a record attempt once again in the 66s. Make it count.
We might see more anger on this attempt. He's been competing for 5 years, and it is his personal best in squat.
But it had some struggles with lifting up the standards in multiple events. Squat, bench. Can he clean up that squat is the question.
Allez.
It does look slightly deeper, a bit smoother. 3 white lights is on the board. USA record, but I would not be comfortable loading more than 5 onto that squat.
He has the advantage of holding the USA record, so he can just add some record chips, like 500 grams, for example.
Yeah, just load 3. Just not to load 2.5, load 3. 228, call it a day, and move on to bench press. He has a solid lead over everyone in the class based on prognosis.
Yeah, and in nomination, he's 20 kilos higher than the second.
You don't want to lose out on the title just by being greedy. Now Jensen Camara, Antwerpen 225, jumper 15. Super deep. And still looking comfortable, just a bit shaky in the knees. However, 3 white lights, he meets the standards.
5.5 kilos under his personal best.
The bar is loaded.
Now to France Joseph Goris, who's going to match his personal best at 230. So apparently 2 months was enough to improve on his squat.
Nice effort, 10 kilos more is valid.
240 kilos on the bar for Stash Orazen, followed by Grunewald and Ciesielski.
2 more tips to go in the second round with him. And the 2 are for title contenders. 1 we can understand, 240 kilos for Stash Orazen. But that second one, I'm not so sure. Why 260? Why do you not load up a chip for Gudelborg from Italy? But after seeing a solid 248.5 from Gudelborg, Stash needs to answer. 240 it is for his second attempt. Yeah, still looking super solid.
We might see a 250 top end.
We might indeed. Depends on what Gudelborg does with that 260. If it knocks it out of the park, we might see a conservative jump from Stash, just collecting kilos. If he misses, he can load up a USA record. Let's see that 260, but once again, in an event where you can collect USA records, why do you not load up the chip? Just 258 or 260.5? I beg the question.
He might be sufficiently confident to know he has a third attempt higher than that, and he might use the chip on this third attempt. He has a personal best of 265.
Yeah, you just don't play that game. You collect the chip. Solid second. Of course, meets the standards. 2-1 is good lift. But see, 1 red is appearing already. You just do not play the game. You collect the chips. It looks kind of fancy. It looks cool on a total. But a very clean second round. No one's missed. You don't want to be the first to miss in the third round. Like, come on. Everyone scored. You want to keep on scoring. So next out, Patrick Ciesielski from Poland. 160.
Attempting a personal best 2.5 kilos more than his personal best squat. Come on, Patrick. A nice control of the eccentric phase.
So after a difficult opener because of a missed command, he scores all 2 second and third attempts. Back in the 74s, we go with Uber Iduk, 172.5, the smallest jump possible when he start a record attempt, 2.5 over his second attempt.
Come on, Huba.
To the one, a good lift, one red from the front, but usually when both side referees agree, it's usually a great sign.
We are still leaving the platform with a 2.5 kilos personal best.
The bar is loaded.
And we were talking about a 20 kilos difference in nomination total between the 266 best.
As of right now, it's looking more like a battle for third and second in the 66s, with Alexandre Labes being the clear favorite. But Pascal Scalavis is nominated third, forecasted second, 175 it is. Oh, that's a shaky third, but it goes up. 3 white lights, a good lift, so 3 for 3.
A great battle for this last squat.
Yeah, 3 for 3, forecasted second with 517.5.
The bar is loaded.
The closest guy to that second position in the 66s is Jack Whitaker, forecasted with 510. If he scores that third squat.
Yeah, we might see a British battle for the second place.
Friendly fire.
Yeah, between University of Gloucester and Newcastle University.
And maybe there's beef over there between the two universities. You do not know.
Yeah, who's the best at math, at computer science? We don't know, but we'll see who's the best at powerlifting today. Oh, and he's grinding it.
Is that the Gloucester grind? They do not know about that in Newcastle. However, lack of depth to the one red. Heartbreaking after such a grind. But I mean, I can understand the call judging by the replay. Now bars loaded, Jakub Danek 185, jump of 5 for that same amount of a personal best. And with Whitaker missing his third squat, it drops back in the rankings. He maybe opens the door for Jakub Danek, but he needs to score all of his attempts to be in a position to pull when his 9 attempts comes around. Super snappy, lovely third attempt from Jakub Danek. 3 white lights, a good lift.
And a new personal best at squat for him.
The bar is loaded.
Now bar is loaded for Yannick Bos, University of Amsterdam, 202.5. Just looking to collect kilos, only adding 2.5. Yeah, just way too much bar movement on his back. Pushes the ball forward, the ball rolls.
I've been seeing this on the second attempt. He went really backward, leaving the depth hole. And this might have cost him his third attempt.
But still, he reached to 200s in the second round.
Yeah, not much kilos lost.
Now you had Adam Smash, Prague University of Economics, 202.5. We discussed whether or not it will go to just a milestone of 200 or looking to add 5. He's willing to risk it.
Yeah, but there is another goal behind this. 5 kilos jump is a personal best of 2.5. Up.
That was the right number. Nicely done. New personal best. 3 white lights. Good lift.
227.5 in the bar for Simon Lucha, followed by Lades and Camara. The bar is loaded.
That bar's loaded for Simon Louchard, 227.5. Like I said in the second round, I would not have been surprised if he loaded something along the lines of 10 or 12.5 again. He went for the 10, 227.5 would be the 4th biggest squat so far in the 74s.
Allez Simon, he's going for a 10 kilos personal best attempt.
Once again, very poised on the platform, calm, collected, and he scores all 3 squat attempts. 3 white lights, some solid lifting. He looked to have had more in the tank.
Yeah, very great form for him today. We hope it will continue with the bench and deadlift events for him.
For sure. Now an attempt at a EU sub record. The final squat for the 66s. Alexandre Labesse, Université de Paris, France, 231. After having to retake 225, this is somewhat of an ambitious jump. But you know what? When it's a record, when it's a third attempt, lifters tend to find another gear. So why not? Make some magic happen, Alexandre.
Getting some encouragement from the public, from the audience.
Yeah, I must say I was not a believer after that second attempt. But you never know. So no lift, still the biggest squat out of all the 66s and a new USA record at 225 for Alexandre Labesse. 4 more squats to go before a 10-minute break. This is to decide who walks away with the biggest squat of the 74s. Next out, Yasin Kamara, University of Antwerpen, from 5th to 3rd. There are medals for each individual movement, so this is a deciding squat already. Come on, up. Oh, that's shaky, but it keeps on pushing. Talk about finding the right number. No lift, double yellows and 1 blue. They're not going to be able to do anything for that squat. When the refs on the platform are not unanimous, you can't go up to the jury to try and argue, try and discuss it, but right here it is pretty clear to see. Now French, Joe Zagoras, Krulov in 235, PB of 5 for the 19-year-old. Yeah, I've just been squatting for 2 years. I'm 19 years old. I'm squatting 235. That's no biggie. Let's see it. Make it move. Come on, stand up with it. That's nice. That's a solid third. 3 white lights, a good lift.
247.5 bar for Stash Orazen, followed by Gudelboom. The bar is loaded.
And bars loaded for one of our title contenders, Stas Orazen, opting for the sensible jump of 7.5 to 47.5, collecting kilos just to try and surpass Gudelbook on forecasted total.
Previous USA squat record holder with 248. He is 500 grams under his best squat.
Let's see, make it move. Yeah, that is guaranteed squat, a silver, 3 white lights. And that's a great position to be in at the end of the squat event. Forecasted in the lead and 3 for 3 in the squat. Building momentum, building confidence, and building a solid total for the Slovenian. Now one final attempt. Try and recollect a chip with 268 for Ozin Rami Gudelbook from Italy.
The bar is loaded.
Bars loaded, USA record attempt once again.
Come on, Rami.
Or as they say in Italian, die, 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 stand up with it. Yeah, too heavy, and this is why you collect a chip on that second attempt. Now he misses out on a huge strategical advantage against Stas. But you learn to play the game. So a quick recap of the squad. Collecting bronze in the 74s is Scores, collecting silver is Orasem, and with gold in a new USA record of 260, Gudelbook walks away with gold. In the 66s, bronze Whitaker, silver Danek, gold Labes with a new USA record of 225, and of course the only 59 being Sisielski walks away with gold at 160. The typical 10-minute break will be about in 9 minutes time for a bench press. See you then. And just like that, the break is over. We are back in action from Mérignac for the University Cup. All of our USA athletes have already broken records in the squat event in multiple weight classes. Now there's the beginning of the bench press. First lifter out. Same opener as in her squat event. It's Katia Katsaova, 55 kilos. That's one massive bench press opener for a junior 47. But this is one of her last outing as a junior. 23 years old, 4 years of competitive experience. Had struggles to stabilize the bar, but she met all three commands: start, press, and rack. The chief referee really dictates the rhythm of the movement in the bench press event. Next up for that same opening attempt, but in the 52s, is Mia Winup, University of Nottingham. Three white lights, a good lift. We move on to Marion Bonifay. So back in the 47s we go. 60 kilos for the athletes de l'Université de Tours.
2.5 kilos, her personal best bench. And also 2.5 kilos under the USA bench record, held by Maria Zabelina. Still 2020, like the same competition that she held her, she gained her squat USA record. Maria Zabelina had the squat, bench and deadlift USA record, and Marion Bonifay will try to get them all.
Solid first attempt. 3 white lights, a good lift.
And if she validates her deadlift opener, she'll make a new USA total record.
67.5 for Martina Fortuna. Forecasted at 350. She is, as we speak, in third position in the 52s. It's going to be 3 white lights. Good lift. $72.5 for Manon Gasquet. She had a difficult squat event. Quote unquote, only squatted 145, even though that was the biggest squat of the 52s. She missed out on 150 twice. She really just stalled out at that same sticking point on all 2 attempts. We'll see if she can regain a bit of momentum in the bench press event. Her PB bench is 75 kilos. PB total, 400. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Same weight on the bar, 72.5 for Erika Rainer-Mankiewicz, followed by Ichi and Ronald. The bar is loaded.
The bar is now loaded for Everita Reinimakevika from Latvia, 72.5. This is her personal best. She's had troubles in the squat event. Only scored a final attempt after a greedy move of still jumping a 5. Hopefully we'll see a different scenario here. We want to see her score that opener.
Yeah, and she needs to get and collect every kilos she needs to fight for that second position. She'll fight against Fortuna Martina.
Three white lights, she's on the board with the opener. A sigh of relief from Team Lavia. Next up, Mayane Ishii, University of Lausanne, 77.5. She missed 130 when she had squatted 131 before in competition, so 2 for 3 so far in the competition. Three white lights, a good lift.
57.5 on the bar from Mia Ronald, Katsarova and Boniface.
So far, so good. Everyone's on the board at the end of the first round of bench press for the 47s and the 52s. Opening the second round is surprisingly a 52. It's going to be a Mia one-off for the University of Nottingham, 57.5.
The bar is loaded.
Bars loaded. Pretty solid second attempt. Three white lights.
The bar is loaded.
And once again, sharing the same game plan as her squad event. Katya Katsarova going for a +5. That's 60 for a second attempt. That was solid. Three white lights, a good lift. I'm not expecting another 5, but I would not be surprised because she's a grinder too. I don't know. Which one would you pick? 2.5 or another 5?
She might go for a 65, I think.
Yeah, that's my point.
She might want to load that blue plate.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying I would go for that, but I wouldn't be surprised if she does. Now 65 kilos for Marion Bonifay, L'Université de Tours. 65 is a USA record attempt for a 47. Nice setup of the arch. But not efficient enough for her to be satisfied with it. She's resetting up again. Let's see a big brace. Quite a long range of motion for Marion. Oh, she's already battling it out.
Shake your arms during the pose.
But now she can add whatever she wants onto that bar because that was a user record. So she can only add 500 grams if she wants to. Which is a good position to be in to try and extract the maximum amount of performance. And I'm sorry to disappoint you, Wissam, but Katsarova has only loaded 62.5 for her final bench. So we'll see that in just a few minutes. For now, it is Martina Fortuna, Italy 75, jump of 2.5.
She's playing a conservative game plan to collect every kilos possible to fight for the second place against Everita. And the second attempt looks like a good decision for the number.
75 on the bar for Everita Raine-Makevica, followed by Gaspi and Ichi. The bar is loaded.
Bar is loaded at 75 for Everita Raine-Makevica, Latvia. PB attempt for the Latvian. Trying to solidify her second position in this 52 kilo class. Wow. That's a recovery because that bar did not go in the correct direction when it left the chest. But 2-1 good lift. 1 blue from the right hand side ref. That would be probably for downwards movement on the way up. But not so clear to see on the replay. Jury's looking at it. Don't seem to want to intervene yet. We haven't seen a jury overrule so far. So, yep. Jury's satisfied with it. We move on to Manon Gasqui, Université Aix-Marseille, 77.5.
We probably won't see any USA bench record in the 52 weight class since it is established at 90 kilos by Alison Huet from France.
Yeah, that's one tough person to be in the bench press event. But 77.5 for Manon Gasqui is a solid bench already.
Allez, allez.
Well, it was a bit windy on the way up. And double yellow, so that would be for the glutes lifting off the bench probably. We're going to have a close look at the replay. What happens over there? I'm not seeing anything. What could be the problem? Maybe it was the command, but usually you get a yellow from the chief ref when it's a command issue. Interesting. Next up, Maya Nishi, 82.5. Nice in control for Mayan. It's looking like a match personal best for the Swiss. Yes, it is. 3 white lights.
60 kilos in the bar for Mia Ivanov, followed by Katsarova and Boniface. The bar is loaded.
Now Mia went up, opening the third round. Only one missed attempt so far. Manon Gasquet, who missed her match PB at 77.5. She's going to be taking it in the third round. So far leading the 47 is Bonifay. And Gasquet is still leading the 52s, but Maya Nishi from Switzerland is leading the bench press event. 60 from Mia went up.
That is unfortunately a no lift.
No lifts. And statistically, that third bench attempt is the most missed attempt in powerlifting, so that's not a surprise. We're going to see a few misses here.
Still, we can be happy of that high successful rate of first and second attempts.
Now Katia Katsarova going for 62.5. She benched 65 before in competition. This is within reason. That's one long press command, but a perfectly executed bench press to the one a good lift. However, a red for elbow depth. So already looking at the replay is the jury. I'd say it's on the fence, but I don't think it's going to be overruled. We're still looking at the jury. They're still discussing it, but they seem to be satisfied with the refereeing on the platform. 2-1, a good lift for Katsarova. But the medals are already decided in the bench press events of the 47s. It's going to be Bonifay with gold and Katsarova with silver. But Marion Bonifay is looking to extend her own USA record. She has the luxury of choosing anything she wants. She's looking to add 3 onto her second. I probably would not have went there, but maybe she knows what to do, what to correct for it to be easier and be able to score 68 kilos in the bench press event. Yep, that is too heavy. I think she lost a bit of tension on the way down. Couldn't quite stabilize the bar how she would have wanted to. So no lift. So she loses out on a chip on her total with that attempt, but she still walks away with gold in the USA record. 4 more attempts to go before we move into the men's. 72.5 for Martina Fortuna, Italy. Yep, just looking like it's too heavy for today. No lift, but she didn't lose out on a lot of kilos. Only the smallest jump possible of 2.5. So next up, 2 attempts at 77.5. 1 for Manon, 1 for Everita. And Maya Nishi will close out the bench press session of the 52s. So a battle for silver in between Manon and Everita. Silver, of course, in the bench press event because Manon Gasquet has a substantial lead in the class. She's retaking 77.5. This is her PP in competition. If they put this one in for the second attempt, surely I thought that she had progressed enough to do so. Now we said pay close attention to the commands. Is she playing any games? She waited for that command 100%. I don't think the bar ever dipped. The glutes were on the bench. 3 white lights, a good lift.
That was a perfect execution.
Yeah. She might have had 80. I'm not sure about 82, but she might have had 80 on the day. So that is a provisional silver in the bench press event. And even guaranteed because Everita is heavier on body weight. So silver in the bench for Gaski, gold for Ishii, and bronze for Ren Makevika.
Shaky arms.
But not that difficult at lockout. 3 white lights, a good lift, personal best of 2.5, and a bench medal.
Men, get ready. And the bar is loaded.
Final bench for the women's. Mayana Ishii, 85 kilos.
Attempting a 2.5 kilos personal best. Allez, Mayan.
As it stands, she's just outside the podium behind Fortuna. Yeah, she played the game. She tried to press before the command. So that's not gonna go through. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she pressed before the command and realized she did, so she completely collapsed. So no lift, but still a gold medal in the 52s. Now we're going to move straight into the men's. All 13 of them have squatted something, so everyone's on the board. And openers are ranging from 90 in the 52s for Ciesielski to 157.5 in the 74s for Stash Orasen. Bars loaded for Ciesielski, 90 kilos. Three white lights, a good lift, he's on the board.
The bar is loaded.
Bars loaded for Uba Aydok, the Hungarian, going for 110. Solid first attempt. 3 white lights, a good lift for our first 74 to open. Next up is Jakub Danek, Charles University, Czechia.
The bar is loaded.
And the bar is loaded at 120. Three white lights, a good lift. Not much to say, it's a solid opener.
Frenchman holding the three records, the USA bench record, sorry, in 59, 66 and 74 weight classes. There won't be any attempt, I think, to get them. Probably, maybe Alexandre Labesse, who's opening it in 135 in the 66 weight class, where the record is at 145. He's the closest to attempt a USA bench record.
Three white lights, a good lift at 120. 9 more burners to go. Next up is Jan Adam Smash, Prague University of Economics, 122.5. This is quite far with PB of 135. Three white lights, a good lift.
127.5 on the bar for Jack Whitaker, followed by Bouchard and Labesse. The bar is loaded.
Bar is now loaded for Jack Whitaker. Did a workout in his third squat. The cloud chest to grind was not in his favor this time. He's opening with 127.5. You, George, how about elbow depth according to our chief referee? Nice. Three white lights, a good lift. How does that look on the replay? Is it far from being a red, or is it like perfect according to you?
It's on the line, I think.
Same opening attempt for Simon Louchard, 127.5.
Please allow me to take back what I've said on the 66 USA bench record. There is not only Alexandre Labesse who is close to attempting the record, there is also Pascal Scanavis, who's opening 2.5 kilos under the USA bench record. Very fast first attempt for Simon.
There's a 2-to-1 good lift.
2-to-1, a good lift. One blue from the front. Were his elbows properly extended at the start or at the end? Maybe that could be the question. Yeah, I think this is why those blues popped up on our screens. Slightly unextended. Now Alexandre Labesse, 135. Went 1 for 3 in the squat events. Managed to use a record at 225.
He might fight for the USA bench record with Pascal Scanavis. The current record is established at 145. A very long pause during that sink.
I mean, that's to be expected. When you soft touch, we know when you're going to be pausing. When you're sinking, not so much. We need to know that you're fully descended. You're at the bottom of your sink and you've paused. Bar is loaded at 140 for Yasin Kamara, University of Antwerpen in Belgium. It's going to be 3 white lights, a good lift. So far, so good for these openers. And 4 more to go. Next up is Francois Zagoris with that same opening attempt in the 74s. Lots of chalk on the back. You have to find that sweet balance because you can 100% overdo it with the chalk. Too much chalk and it's slippery again.
Three white lights, a good lift.
3 white lights, a good lift. Looking solid and planted on the bench. Next up, 142.5 for Pascal Scanavis, Newcastle University.
And when I were talking about someone able to take a USA bench press record today, he is one of them, Pascal Scanavis, in the 66 weight class, opening 2.5 kilos under the bench record in USA.
So the record is 141.5?
145.
145.5. Three white lights.
157.5 on the bar for Rosina Ram Zudelborg, followed by Raja and Chepelski. The bar is loaded.
157.5 now for Rami Guldelborg. He hit a new record in the squat at 260. Did not collect the chip because he missed his third as 268. He's opening with 157.5, the same exact bench opener as his opponent, Stash Orasen. So still neck and neck here. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a coach that stressed out for an opener, so I'm a bit close attention to whatever is happening on the platform over there. No reason to be stressed. That was super comfortable. However, he did not wait for the rack command. I mean, there's no place for debates here. Same opening attempt for Stash Razim. Taking a few seconds to explain how he would love his end-off to be.
He's currently 10 kilos higher on prognosis total.
Lots of wrist movement, but an easy opener. 3 white lights, a good lift. And after that first round of a bench press, everyone's on the board, but good at the board. But regardless, is opted to go up 5 kilos, which I can understand. I mean, weight was very comfortable. He just needs to wait for a command. That's not like rocket science.
The bar is loaded.
Now, Patrick Silsielski opens the second round, 92.5, jump of 2.5.
lights and good lift, 117.5 on the bar for Kuba Haidel, followed by Vanek and Rose.
That's 3 white lights, a good lift. I mean, we're not expecting a huge jump for 59s. That's only fair.
Bar is loaded.
Now 117.5, jump of 7.5 for Uber Aydok. Could be a big jump. Yep, I told you 7.5 could be a big jump for Uber.
There is unfortunately a no lift.
We've seen these ones before, especially on a stiffer bench pad. 7.5 for a 74 is a lot. And you have to think about those jumps in terms of percentage. Yeah, maybe 7.5 doesn't seem to be that big of a deal. But when you're talking about a 200 deadlift maybe. But this is half of that. This is a 110 bench. So you're almost adding 6% on your bench with one jump. Now Jakub Danek, Charles University, 125, jump of 5. He's looking to establish pace to see whether or not he's good to try and match his personal best of 130.
Three white lights, a good lift. Same weight on the bar,
3 white lights, a good
125
lift.
for Yannick Bros, followed by Smice and Whitaker. The bar is loaded.
Bar is loaded for Yannick Bos, University of Amsterdam, jumping 5. Three white lights, a good lift.
Same weight on the bar, 125 for Jan Adam Smice, followed by Whitaker and Lushai. The bar is loaded.
Bar is loaded at 125. Again, this one's for Jan Adam Smash, Czechia.
Three white lights, a
And
good
3
lift,
white lights once again.
125 on the bar for Jack Whitaker, followed by Lushai and Lapes. The bar is loaded.
Now Jack Whitaker, 132.5, jump of 5, looking to match his personal best in the second round.
But
Yeah, much more difficult with those 5 more kilos on the bar, but 3 white lights, successful attempt. That's a match personal best. I don't think there's anywhere else to go than 2.5.
The bar is loaded.
Bar is loaded for Simon Luchard, 135, jump of 7.5. Could also be a big jump, but judging by his opener, it seems reasonable.
He's using 50 seconds off of his minute.
To the one, a no lift double yellows, a double blues, excuse me. That's gonna be for the elbows. He received one last time around. Weight is not an issue, but these elbows are not fully extended. I can understand. Now 140 kilos for Alexandre Labesse. 5 kg jump. He's benched more than that in the past. He's looking to collect attempts, trying to establish pace. He is the clear favorite of the 66s. Three white lights, a good lift. And see, with that kind of sink, I'm not very sure how it is going to be judged with the new rules. Is that upper body thrust?
No, I think everything comes from his legs, but it makes the torso move.
Yeah, but I
on
mean,
the bench, so it's weird.
so part of the thrust is difficult to judge. Does that thrust comes from the rib cage? Does that thrust comes from the glutes, from the quads? Is it a bit of everything? So no more sinking? We need to know more of that.
Will be a hard work for the athletes and the referees to judge.
That first massive competition to be judged with those rules is going to be Euros Open in Malta mid-March. So super soon, actually. Yasin Gamal, 145. Nice soft touch. But already much more difficult. But 3 white lights, a good lift. Once again, just load it up 2.5 and try and scrap it out. Bars loaded. Front throws the chorus, 145. That same strategy. From 140 to 145. $15 more seconds to receive the start command. That should be enough. Nice in control, but it presses up too vertically. No lift. Coach is asking the jury, what was that replace about? I mean, if he hasn't picked it up live, I can't understand, but he needs to know what to tell to his lifter. 147.5 for Pascal Scanavis, Newcastle University. That was vertical too, but a way that he could manage to the one a good lift. One blue that I struggle to understand. Maybe that pause on midway up was judged as downwards movement. But I don't think there was downwards movements. Maybe it's the right elbow that's not properly extended. It could be a bit of both.
It's a new USAP bench press record in the 66 weight class.
Is it?
Yeah, and he didn't choose to chip on the record.
Is that why it didn't show up on the screen?
I don't know.
So the only athlete we are missing on the score sheet, Ozin Rami Kuderborg, clear title contender in the 74s, has opted to go up 5, so 162.5 for his second attempt.
Andiamo Rami.
And wait. Much cleaner job. 3 white lights, a good lift. But the immediate answer from Stash Orazem, he's jumping 7.5 from 157.5 to 165, looking to match his personal best in competition and establish dominance in the class.
Already an important attempt for the battle between the 274.
Three white lights, a good lift.
He perfectly handled that 7.5 kilo jump. What do you think he has left in the tank?
Once again, it's bench press, and a slight technical error could throw you out badly. So I would maximum at 5, like maximum.
I think the strategy would, I mean, the best, in my opinion, would be to add 2.5 more. So, in this case, if Rami Hossein is succeeding on his last bench, and Stas also succeeding, there would be a 10 kilos difference on prognosis.
That actually makes sense too. Unless he wants bench gold. And as we speak, a crazy grind from Patrick, but it does not succeed. But I mean, what do you expect? Going from 90 to 92, then 100? Surely he missed a minute for that 92, otherwise I cannot understand the game plan. But you know what, with him being the only 59, he walks away with bench press gold. And as it stands before their second attempt, it's Alexandre Labesse that leads the 66s, but it's Canavis in bench press gold provisionally. And then the 74s is Kuderborg that leads the 74s, but Stash Orazem in a provisional bench press gold. Uber Ayduk on the bench, setting up for 177.5. He's trying to retake it after missing it in the second round. It did look like too big of a jump. How about that retake? It's just not there on the day, unfortunately. No lift. Once again, a 1 for 3 in the bench press event. And that cuts your momentum off.
The bar is loaded.
Bars loaded for Yannick Bros from the Netherlands, 127.5. Three white lights, 8 good lifts. So that's going to be 3 for 3 in the bench press event.
The bar is loaded.
Same third attempt for Jan Adams smash from Prague. With good luck fist bump, love that.
kind of an easy last attempt.
Followed by Whitaker and Bouchard.
We'll take that.
The bar is loaded.
We are back in the 66 weight class for these two next attempts.
Yep, first off, Jakub Danik, 130 kilos. That's a jump of 5. He'll stay in 4th position.
Trying to match his personal best.
Three white lights, a good lift. 135 on the bar for Jack Whitaker, followed by Bouchard and Laves. The bar is loaded.
Bars loaded for Jack Whitaker. 135, jump of 2.5 after a difficult second attempt. Like we said, 2.5 was the only way to go. He was not able to load up just the 500 grams or so because of a record, but his second attempt, which was a match personal best, did look difficult. Now to Simon Louchard. He missed his second attempt for lack of extension in his elbows at lockout. He's jumping 5 kilos still to 140 for a new personal best of 5. Strength didn't seem to be an issue, so if he can correct his lockout, I can believe that he scores this attempt.
And I think he'll be hyped to go for this last attempt, especially since 140 can be a milestone for a lot of power lifters.
Yeah. 3 plates in a commercial gym.
Yeah. Allez, Simon. Allez.
Extend those elbows. Yeah, I think he made the effort to do so. 3 white lights. That was solid.
Perfectly handled.
145 on the bar for Alexander Laves, followed by Goris and Kamara. The bar is loaded.
Back in the 66s we go. Alexandre Labesse is not shooting for gold in the bench press event. He wants 145 guaranteed silver.
.145 used to be the previous USA bench record. Just got beaten by Pascal Scanavis on his second attempt. Oh, nice trajectory correction.
However, a yellow from the left-hand side, so all eyes turn to the replay. Oh, I might have seen a bit of air, a bit of lights under the glutes. Just looking at it. They don't seem to come down to an agreement yet. They're still discussing it as we look at Franz Joseph Goris, who's setting up on the bench to try and retake 145. Last time around on the platform, it did look like a technical issue rather than a strength issue. His bar path was very vertical off the chest, which was not ideal. And it does look slightly different now. He's able to correct the matter. 3 white lights, a good lift.
147.5 on the bar.
Despite the long time he spent at the end of his movement and the pose, he still managed to Move that bar off the chest.
Maybe he just lacked control last time around.
Yeah.
And it made for more control, more tension. Now Jason Kamara. 147.5 PB attempts of 2.5.
Up.
Referees, lights, please.
Strong Baton will wait for the lights.
Chief referee, please. Stay light.
Yes, we're still waiting on the lights for that previous bench.
Chief referee, please. Stay 3 white
So
lights.
3 white lights. But one of the jury members was not happy about the necklace that was in his mouth. But hey, the rules have been postponed to the 1st of March. Let the guy drip out that platform. Now Pascal Scalav is going for the user record 148. One of the final 3 bench presses attempt. But the final one for the 66s, he's guaranteed bench press gold. This one's to try for a user record and to try and extend his second forecasted position. Yep, not unable to reopen his elbows, no lift.
But he still leaves with the gold medal of bench press and the USA bench record.
For bench gold in the 74s, guaranteed.
Next up, we're gonna have Udelburg and Orazem head to head once again for a medal.
And it seems the Italian coach-athlete duo has chosen what I've said, like the 5 kilos jump.
Yeah, they're going for 167.5. Since they don't have lot number advantage, they're gonna go first. But in that case, it could be lot number advantage because the first one to score, since they have the exact same body weight, will be the one that walks away with bench gold. But what deadlift rolls around, that is not going to be lot number advantage. Takes a bit of time for him to receive that star command. It did look shaky. But weight, once again, does not seem to be an issue. 3 white lights, a good lift, guaranteed bench press gold. So 2 gold medals so far for the Italian in the 74s. But can you believe that even with this 2, he's not forecasted in first position in the class?
Yeah, he's opening 22 kilos lower than Stas Orazem.
Is that a real opener? It begs the question.
The Slovenian team chose a strategic attempt, 2.5 kilos more.
Very subtle, very slight sink for Stas, and 3 white lights, a good lift. So that is a bench press silver for him, and a forecasted total of 657.5. So as of right now, is the man to beat in the 74s. A recap of the gold medals: Jasilski, of course, in the 59 walks away with gold. Leading the 66s is Alexandre Labesse, but he walks away with silver while Scalavis takes gold with 147.5. And just like we've said, Orazem Stas second, right behind Guderborg with the same best attempt, but Guderborg walks away with bench press gold. We'll be back in about 9 minutes time for deadlifts. See you then. Once again, we are back in action for the 2026 European Universities Classic Powerlifting Cup, live from Mérignac, France, under USA patronage and presented by one of our sponsors, Maniac Fitness. This is the deadlift of the women's. First off, it's going to be Katia Katsarova, the 47, who squatted 60 kilos, bench 62.5. But we have discussions at the table. Fortuna from Italy looks to have X'd out her deadlift attempts, but the Italian coach is at the table discussing something. Once again, this is unclear to us. I don't know what's occurring over there. But bars loaded for Katia. Things are already set in the 47 unless Manon Bonifay from France does not score an attempt. But if the two lifters in the 47 manage to score their opener, they're going to be separated by more than 100 kilos. That's too big of a gap to cover in one singular deadlift event. Katia is done with her opener. 3 white lights, total solidified. She'll at least be vice champion. And if Manon Bonifay does not score an attempt, she'll be champion. Moving on to the 52s with Marianne Ishii, the biggest bencher. Last one out is the first one out for deadlifts. 130 kilos for her opener. And Wissam is back at the table. Do we have explanation as to what's happening with Fortuna, the Italian?
Yeah, so Martina Fortuna unfortunately has injured herself in the lower back, so we hope her all the best in recovering.
So no deadlifting for the 52 out of Italy. She was in strong contention for a podium. This is unfortunate. But yeah, wishing her a speedy recovery as Mayan makes easy work of 130 kilos, 3 white lights.
And this will allow Mayan to fight for the third place.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, one women's trash is another man's come up. 130 once again, but this time for Mia Wanap, University of Nottingham. We're missing our chief referee's light. Apparently we have a slight bug or issue with the remote once again. There's going to be 3 white flags thrown up in the air in a solid lift. Good lift. 142.5 for Evita Renmakevica. Eventful squat event, to say the least. Pretty solid bench press event. She squatted 140 kilos, bench 77.5. She's looking at second position behind Manon Gasquet.
Oh, and a high wobble. Strong wobble at the lockout.
However, 3 white lights, she's on the board.
No, this is what the bug of the previous attempt, so no, this attempt is not validated by the referees.
I must agree, it was a surprise to me, but the light showed up.
So Evrita need to at least has one successful attempt on deadlift
And the bar is loaded.
to stay in second position. Otherwise, Mayan from Switzerland might have a chance.
So USA record with that opener.
So it's a USA deadlift and total record.
Yeah, of course. She's been strong in all events, but no lift. 1 yellow and 1 blue. Let's have a closer look at that replay. But that is actually very surprising. Blue for a slight wobble at the top, but I'm not sure it is super clear. Does that open the door for Katja Katsova? No, come on.
The bar is loaded.
But now the bar is loaded for the favorite of the 52s, Manon Gasqui, Université Aix-Marseille, France, to solidify her first position. She's opting for a conservative opener at 155. She's deadlifted 175 before, one massive grinder at French Nationals. Super snappy, super easy. Yeah. I'll be very surprised if she's not the champion here today.
But the Latvian team is going for an all-in since the Everita first attempt hasn't been validated. They still chose to go 12.5 kilos higher.
I mean, what can you say? They're here to compete. If there's something to do, why would they let it slide out of their hands?
The bar is loaded.
Now the bar is loaded for Katja Katsarova, who's surprisingly in the lead of the 47s, with Manon Bonifay yet to be on the board.
Representing the National Sports Academy of Bulgaria.
Yeah, that's another grinder. How about supporting on the thighs on this one? I saw a bit of knee flexion, but it was not enough to get blues. All three lights are white. It's a good lift. Next up, Mia Wanop, 137.5. Quick brush of the bar. This was asked by the coaches to optimize grip for Mia. We're not yet in personal best territory, but we're edging close.
Three white lights, a good lift. 140 on the bar for Mayan Ichi, followed by Bonifay and Rainer.
So 3 white lights for Team GB and 140 kilos now for Mayan Ishii, a 10 kg jump.
The bar is loaded.
To go from third to second in the deadlift event and to try and extend second position as we speak. Three white lights, a good lift. So that's 2 for 2 so far in the deadlift event. She's doing her part. She's positioning herself in the best way possible to try and hunt for that podium spot.
Yeah, this was 10 kilos under her best deadlift. She might need to go for that in case Everita from Latvia is probably gonna do some risky attempt to catch for the first place.
So Marion Bonifay taking 152.5. No need to risk it by increasing the attempt. It's already 2 user record with 1 attempt. The total and the deadlift event. And that's also securing gold. How does that look? Should be enough, right? Yeah, 3 white lights, double new records. That's 338.5 in total for the athletes that's going to be champion of this Euro Universities Classic Powerlifting Cup here in Mérignac. Marion Bonifay.
Yeah, she's done the best she could have done. She took all the USA records, squat, bench, deadlift, and total.
Now, someone that's had an eventful day, Everita Renmakevika. 155 after missing 142.5. Risking it for the biscuit. From out of the competition to second. Whoa, that's shaky. But that meets the standards. 3 white lights, what an effort. It was indeed risking it for the biscuit. She's now in second position. She's not trailing Manon Gasky, to be honest, because Manon added a very easy 155, but she's in second position.
And Everita did a good job to closing the door to Maya and Ishii. There is no opportunity left for her.
165.5. Of course, chipping that record, that user record by 0.5. That would give a 388 in total.
Allez, Manon.
Wow, once again, that is a lovely 3 white lights, new user record, and plenty more in the tank. The thing is, she lost out on 8 kilos in the squat. So now it is a tough ask for her to try and go for a personal best total. Because she aligned the stars to reach that 400 kg barrier, which is a huge milestone as a 52. Does she jump 12 kilos to try and reach the 400s again?
This would mean 12 kilo jumps, 177.5 kilos deadlift.
That is absolutely massive. We're talking about the Unicup here.
But her personal best in deadlift is 175, so not impossible.
Absolutely not. We're believers over here. $117.5 for Katja Katsarova. One final grind. What an effort. I don't know how she does it, but she keeps on doing it. 2 to 1, a good lift. 1 blue. Even the coach seems to think that that was indeed borderline. It's not going to be a pivotal decision, a pivotal moment in the competition, whether or not the jury interferes, because the positions are set in the 47s. I see you shaking your head with him. What's up with that deadlift? You can't wrap your mind around the grind that she has on her?
Yeah, I think I don't understand how she's doing that. She can grind in such a position, but she managed to do it. So it's a perfect match in the end for her.
Yeah. So back in the 52s we go with Mia one up. University of Nottingham, 140 kilos. We're not shooting for the moon here. No personal best attempts.
And what an insane grind from Mia. And it's 3 white lights. Congrats, Maya.
Last attempt to change openers. Last attempt.
Now, Mayan Ishii, 145. She's deadlifted 150 before, so surely that's doable.
Allez, Mayan. Allez. A little grind at the lockout.
3 white lights, a good lift. 157.5.
And another great competition for the Swiss one. She's been very close to her own personal best in each movement and in total.
Next up, Everita 157.5. That last attempt was already super difficult, so only adding 2.5 makes sense. And with Manon Gasquet being now way too far, you just want to try and secure and extend a new personal best total.
Come on. Up, 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 up.
Not the best starting position, but she keeps on pulling, she keeps on pushing. But yeah, she got thrown out of position at the bottom. It was not going to be there. No lift, but great effort nonetheless. The positions are set. It's going to be France taking the crown in both women's weight classes. And we're going to have back-to-back record attempts. Marion Bonifay 162 to try and extend the deadlift and the total record in the 47s. And Manon Gasquet 170.5 to try and extend both the total and deadlift record in the 52s.
So we won't see again the 400 total from Manon Gasquet, but still 393 total if she succeeds her last deadlift, sorry.
A jump of 10 for Marion. Her PB deadlift is 160, so that's 2 kgs above that. One final effort for the champion of the Uni Cup in the 47s.
Allez.
She's done it. 3 white lights, double records. She's had a strong day. Squat at 121, new user record. Bench 65, and new user record too. Deadlift at 162, new user record. And of course, that adds up to a new user record total of 348 and a gold medal. Final deadlift before we move straight into the men's. Manon Gasquet 170.5. Quick recap of our competition. She went 1 for 3 in the squat. Surprisingly missed 153 twice. That same exact sticking point. Solid bench press, 77.5. Now she's attempting 170.5. It seems very doable judging by that second. It was lightning fast.
What's the problem?
One final deadlift.
Allez, Manon.
Yeah, of course. Of course, it was going to be easy for Manon. Félicitations, congratulations. You are the USA champion, gold medalist in multiple events, squat, deadlift, and total with a new user record, 393. Just 7 kgs shy of her previous comp. And she's stacking competition, like we said, she's gathering experience, and she keeps on getting better. It maybe doesn't show on her total today because of a greedy move in the squat, but if she works on that, that total is going to be in the 410s very soon.
Yeah, she's in the good way to maybe in the future represent France at international levels.
She might. And would you look at that, we've had 5 changes of openers. And like I said, I told you I didn't quite buy the opener in the deadlift event for Goudalbourg. He's bumped his opener by a sensible margin just to try and overreach right over Stosh at the end of the first round. But we'll see that later on. First off, we have Jakub Danek on the platform. 190.
3 white lights and good lift, 200 kilos on the bar for Patrick Cieszynski, followed by Whitaker and Skanalis.
3 white lights. We move straight into the 200s. Patrick Cieszynski, 59. If he secures that, he is the champion of the Unicup. Three white lights, a good lift. So that's 452.5. And already guaranteed gold in both deadlift and total in the 59s. Two more attempts at 200. Next up is Jack Whitaker.
We might find out who is the best at powerlifting between Newcastle University and Gloucester University. Jack Whitaker fighting against Pascal Scanavis, both from Great Britain.
I mean, by the looks of it, Newcastle seems to have the advantage over Gloucester, but everything's yet to be determined. Deadlifts have a way to surprise us every time, but it seems like a slow start to his deadlift event for Jack. He does not wait for the command at the top. No lift.
Very fast attempt, maybe way too much fast, and couldn't control the lockout.
One more at 200, Pascal Scanavis, Newcastle University. I mean, that was not the most convincing lockout I've ever seen, but 3 white lights, a good lift. And that's one of those deadlifts that are probably going to have to be reworked with the new rule, because the shoulders are very borderline.
The bar is loaded.
Bar is loaded at 220 for Simon Louchard. He's been solid today. He looked to have room in the squat, went 3 for 3, squatted 227.5. Had troubles with his elbows in the bench press event, but still managed his third at 140 kilos. Super fast, slightly shaky at lockout. This is why he receives a lack of lockout, double reds, and 1 blue. But the speed on that opener, I wouldn't be surprised if he jumps up again. He's done that with his second bench to his third. I think he's going to do that once again. Jason Kamara, 222.5. Squatted 225, bench 147.5. Great wedge, great technique. Looking strong, and a nice belt flick too. 3 white lights, a good lift. Belts that you can find at SBD Apparel. Maybe you have a SBD seller in your own country, SBD Belgium, SBD France, SBD Spain. And we have a SBD booth here at the competition if you're planning to come in the next few days. You'll meet Kendi at the SBD booth and he'll show you around. Now the opener for Alexandre Labesse, who needs to put the nail in the coffin. 225 would seal the deal for his title here today.
And it's a USA total record attempt. 2.5 kilos higher.
Three white lights, a good lift. Same
3
weight
white
on the bar
lights,
for
a
95
good
and
lift.
followed by slides.
So that's 595 in total.
The bar is loaded.
No one's going to overlap him. He has a 60 kg lead based on prognosis. 62.5 exactly, which is substantial. Now Uber Idok, 225. Three white lights, not the fastest, but enough to convince all three refs that that was a good lift.
The bar is loaded.
Bar is loaded at Jan Adams smash 230 kilos. Using wrist wraps while deadlifting is not a usual sight.
232.5 on the bar for Jan
2 to 1, a good lift.
and
What would be the use of wrist wrap, Hussein?
I don't have any clue. I mostly see these in Master.
I think a huge part of it is placebo, but when you really like pull them in hard and they kind of make for more of a mechanical grip. It tightens your hand, but that's not the best of idea. $232.5 for Yannick Plus. It's gonna be 3 white lights, a good lift.
235 on the bar for Franz Jose Boris, followed by Gudelburg and Orange.
Next up, France Jozagoris, 235. Solid squat session, new personal best of 5 at 235.
The bar is loaded.
And a bench of 145. Interesting. Strong deadlift that's already showing signs of weakness in the shoulders.
Flags, please. Flags. 3, 2, 1. Raise
It's
the
gonna be
flag.
1,
It's a
2,
good lift.
It's
2
also
white, 1 red.
it's also his hands started to open at the logout.
242.5 on the bar for
And to,
Ramsey.
to compensate, he started going backward and letting the bar resting on his thighs. So we'll have to pay attention to this on the next lifts.
Now title contender, dare I say title favorite, Osina Rami Goldalbor from Italy. Partenope 242.5. I'm not seeing the same confidence as before in him. That was a solid opener, 3 white lights, but he's not carrying himself in the same way as he was before. Has he seen Stash warm up? What's happening?
Yeah, we don't see any specific speed or any form of satisfaction on his face, so it makes me feel like he doesn't have much left in the tank. Like, what, 15 kilos max?
Maybe.
Will it be enough to fight Stasorazem?
We'll have a clue in just a few seconds. 252.5 from Mr. Stasorazem. Representing Primorskym, opening reasonably light for him. He's deadlifted 272.5 before. 3 white lights, good lifts. So all but 2 lifters on the board. We're missing Whitaker and Louchard. Quick brush of the bar in between rounds as written in the rulebook. And the bar is loaded for Mr. Jack Whitaker.
Still trying to fight to catch maybe Pascal.
17.5 is a lot to cover. Stand up with it, hold on. And once again, that same speed wobble at the top. Why can't he stand up? I mean, with that kind of weight, 200, you wouldn't expect the bar to be too weepy for you to balance. And everyone has been able to balance so far.
Will he add more kilos to the bar to maybe help him
To
go
ground him a
slower?
bit. Just do that, man. Load 240 kilos, see what happens. Jakub Danek, 202.5, jump of 12.5.
Referees, flags please in 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, and 3 white flags are up in the air. That's going to be a good lift for Mr. Danek. And we move into the 210s with Ciesilski from the 59s. Jump of 10.
The bar is loaded.
Come on. Up, 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 up.
Oh, he's kind of stuck over the knees, unable to lock it out.
He's looking at his left hand.
Referees, flags please. Flags.
I can't quite seem to understand what he's been indicating to his coach.
That is unfortunately a
Was it the bar slipping down? Was it his hand getting hurt? Or just
bar is loaded.
no strength to hold on to the bar? A 210 once again, this time for Pascal Scanavis. I think with him being forecasted in second place and Whitaker yet to have an attempt on the board, we have our answers in the battle between Newcastle and Gloucester.
Yeah.
Referees, flags please in 3, 2, 1. Raise the flag.
And 3 white flags, a good lift.
2:35 on the bar for Alexandre Laves, followed by Lucha and Tamara.
Now we're loading 235 kilos for Alexandre Labesse, Université de Paris. Jump of 10. USA record attempt for a new USA record total of 6:05. That's his deadlift PB in competition. Can he secure it? Yes, he can. 3 white lights, new USA record total 6:05. It's looking to be a great day for France.
And
2 titles in the women's, 1 title in the men's.
And that 605 total would place him in top 14 French 66 lifters.
Top 14. Yeah, we have a new 6-6 out of France, Sacha Cialdella. We can't wait to show you what he's capable of at Europeans. Next up, Simon Louchard, who surprisingly missed 220. But like we said, he was just too quick at the top. He's looking to add 17.5 onto that, just to make it a bit more grounded.
No, he looks really strong today, and if he succeeds his second attempt, he's going to do a personal best total plus 20.
Hopefully he secures that. Come on.
Allez.
I don't think he did. I don't think he did. This one's not going to pass. Double blues and 1 red. So down, up, and lack of lockout. And to be fair, it was very clear to see. And now I smell trouble.
What could be the problem?
I don't know. Multiple lifters losing balance. One from the UK. One from Belgium. Now 240 kilos for Jason Kamara. 17.5 kg jump. 12.5 kg PB attempt. I mean, surely when you load a 12.5 kg PB attempt on the second, you've been making a good progress in the gym. It's been a long time you haven't been competing or something. Yeah, that's lovely.
3 white lights, a good lift, same weight on the bar, 240 for Jan Adam Smice, followed by Haidok and Rose.
Very solid second attempt. And you wouldn't imagine that a PB would move like that. Same second attempt for Jan Adam Smash, but a smaller jump of 10. And 3 white lights, a good lift. But that right shoulder seems to want to give in and go forward. That's to pay attention to in the third round if he wants to secure another attempt. Now Uber Haidok also 240 kilos. That's his spotter's dream, stacking attempts at the same weight in the deadlift event. That's going to be supporting on the thighs and lack of lockout, unfortunately.
That is unfortunately a no lift, 250 on the bar for Yannick.
We have a nice referee eye commentating.
I've been to a few powerlifting competitions in my days. Just a few. And next up is Yannick Boss.
The bar is loaded.
Hyping himself up in the tent. He's coming out for 250, a jump of 17.5. Sizable jump, but is deadlifted 258 in the past. It's going to be difficult to lock out more than he did. 3 white lights, a good lift. Now a very important deadlift. We said very important deadlift for Osin Rami Gulderborg for USA record attempt 252.5 to try and extend the lead. Try and extend that first position, but to be overtaken by Stash Orasm if he manages his second attempt. But he has to do his part first, regardless of whatever Stash does later on. They're going band for band, record for record, attempt for attempt. That's a solid first day of lifting here in Mérignac for the Euro University Cup.
675 is the current USA total record. He's attempting to beat it of 5 kilos.
That's somewhat sticky towards lockout, but I don't think that was supporting on the thighs. 2-1, a good lift. No blues, but 1 red for lack of lockout from our left-hand side referee. So it now falls in the end of the jury, and especially when it's a record attempt, they're going to pay close attention. But to be fair, on the replay, it does look good enough. Shoulders, hips, knees all seem to be locked out, so that's a new USA record, and Gulderborg is extending his lead as of right now. Now French Joseph Goris, same attempt, 252.5, but he's lighter on body weight, so it would provisionally retake deadlift gold in the 74s. For 10 grams, that's not a lot of body weight difference. Just 1 bite of cookie too much before refeeding. Just before waiting, just 1 sip of water. The grip does not give in, does not show any sign of weakness. 3 white lights for French Joseph Goris and provisional gold.
And he has probably secured his 3rd position.
Oh, you say so? You don't think Kamal can jump up a bit more?
He did an exceptional 2nd attempt, but he's trying for a 15 kilo jump.
Yeah, I would agree. I would have left a bit more suspense for our viewers, but you killed it right now. 267.5, a new USA record for Stash Orasm, and more importantly, try and retake the lead over Gulderborg.
And I think the Italians now are watching this closely.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 3 white lights, a good lift. Mr. Orasm is in the lead. Who's winning the 74s? Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Gulderborg or Orasm. We're not going to say Slovenia and Italy because they're representing their universities right now. But still, the battle is very much on between these two. Right now, Orasm is in the lead. He stands strong on 682.5. Just 2.5 kgs shy of Gulderborg. But Gulderborg is going to have to pull first. He's put in a placeholder at 400 kilos. Of course, no one's buying that. So Orasm has announced 500. Let's see it. Let's see it. Come on. Why not attempt it? But as of right now, we're still missing 2 athletes on the board, Lushar and Whittaker. Whittaker is opening the 3rd round of deadlifts. Can he balance his lockout? 3 count pause, whatever you need. Just manage a proper lockout and secure a total. Thank you very much. Just what you needed. 3 white lights. I think it was just maybe too amped up, too energized on the platform and able to control himself with an opening weight. So, like you said before, maybe adding weight would have helped, but they went with the safe route. Retook 200, and 3rd time was indeed the charm. He secures a total 510, 4th position in the 66s. bar is going to be brushed in between each and every final attempt as written in the rule book. This is to optimize grip, prevent the residue of talc, baby powder, chalk getting in the way of performance. We're going to see record attempts, we're going to see battles for medals. Now 207.5 for Jakub Danek, Charles University, jump of 5, looking to match his personal best, we said.
Yeah, already secured the 3rd position in the 66 weight class.
And the bar slips out of his left hand, no lift.
Still gonna come back to Charles University with a lot of medals. Silver in squat, bronze in bench, bronze in deadlift, and bronze in total.
Heavy neck.
Yeah.
Now our 59 kg champion, Sielski from Poland, from University of Warmia in Mazury. Final attempt, 210. It's a retake from the 2nd round.
Yeah, he had a little bit of problem with locking out this weight. He were looking at his hand at the end of the attempt. Up, 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 come on, come on. He's grinding it. Still couldn't manage to lock it out, but he's leaving with gold medals and the title of USA 59 winner.
Is that the title? You're the 59 winner. There is your medal of winning. Thank you. Next up, the winner of the friendly fire battle.
Oh, Pascal forgot his belt. He's asking his coach to get it back as soon as possible.
1 minute to rush for the belt.
Here he is.
Three white lights, a good lift.
7.5 on the bar for Simon Bouchard, followed by Labes and Heido.
Now Simon Louchard is going to retake 237.5. That lockout was not convincing enough last time around. It did look very strong. Solid squat attempts. 227.5, some room, 140 kilos in the bench, but hasn't secured an attempt in the deadlift yet.
The bar is loaded.
As of right now, he's out of the competition without a total, but that 237.5 would put him in 5th position in the 74s, a stacked class.
Allez, Simon. And he made an effort to lock it out, and it's 2-1, a good lift.
So in the end, he walks out the platform with a smile, but I think he could have done more. Regardless, he'll have a total in the competition 605. Now to try and extend the USAP record, Alexandre Labes from l'Université de Paris, 240 kilos. This is for 610 total.
Last attempt for Alexandre. Allez.
He just ran out his steam at the end of the day, but still walks away champion with multiple gold medals and the USA record. Solid day, even though technically speaking, it was iffy here and there from Alexandre Labesse.
8 attempts remaining to end this first day of 2026 European Universities Classic Powerlifting Cup. Only 74 kilos attempt.
Yeah, from now on, it's only 74s on the platform. Ube Ayduk, 240 kilos, a retake from the second round after supporting on the thighs. That looks slightly better. I don't know what to make of this one. How about the referees? 3 white lights. It did look better indeed. Now to Jan Adam Smash from Czechia, Prague University of Economics, 245. Let's see it, one final deadlift. Be convincing enough to register that 5K GPB. And the grip gives up on the bar. No lift, no energy at the end of the day. But some solid lifting still. That's 570 in total. And then the time changes came in. The Italian Gödelborg has dropped down for 400 to 257.5. Interesting.
And the bar is loaded.
Now Jason Kamara from Antwerpen, 255, jump of 15. That would be a massive personal best. Is more than 30 kilos above what was registered as his deadlift PB before this competition. Give me the deadlift program. What's happening over there?
Let's go, Jason.
Yeah, that was an ambitious jump.
That is unfortunately a no-lift.
Got me worried there for a second. Grabbed his glutes. I thought, oh yeah, I think it's a bit achy in the back area, maybe top glute part. But 15 kilo jump over what was already a 15 kg PB. Come on, lift some for others. Now to one of our 2 title contenders, Ozine Rami Gödelborg, 257.5, jump of 5 to go from 3rd to 2nd in the deadlift event. But more importantly, to try and regain that first position in the 74s should be doable. His personal best total is 690. He did that with a 260 deadlift. So that's very much within reason. And that was forced Barazim to pull one final deadlift.
Andiamo Rami.
He has his destiny in his own hands. If he misses, he's out of the title race. Let's see it.
Come on, up, 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 up.
I think he's done his part.
Strong effort.
3 white lights. He retakes the lead. And he now has to wait. But of course, the Slovenian coaching staff is going to adapt that 3rd attempt. They're going to drop down from 500 to whatever he needs. But now, Gödelborg in the lead. USA record in the squat at 260. USA record and gold medal at 167.5 in the bench press. And 257.5 provisional new record total at 685. He came in nominated first. He's as of right now standing in first position, standing his ground, but nothing is yet to be decided. Now to Yannick Bros, University of Amsterdam, 260 jump of 10 from 4th to 2nd. Oh, is that going to be enough to try and grab a medal? Unsure of that lockout position. Yeah, no, that's not going to be locked out. Double reds and one blue. No lift.
Nice attempt still.
260 on the bar.
And Stas Orazem has changed his last deadlift attempt.
Of course he did.
He has asked 272.5, which will be enough to take the first place.
These two guys could not have been closer. Same exact body weight. And they're going to be separated by 2.5. One way or the other. It's going to go back to either Italy or Slovenia.
What is funny is that they both have the same bench press, but they just had to fight between squat and deadlift.
Exactly.
And of course, what is more giving an advantage in powerlifting is deadlifting.
Yeah, it's having the final say. But right now, final attempt for Francois Goris, 260, jump of 7.5 to go from third to second in the deadlift event. He's already solidified his podium spot. Let's see it, one final deadlift. Personal best of 5 at stake here.
Oh no.
Just ran out of steam.
Slipped out of his hands at the end.
No lift. He will remain in deadlift bronze, so now we know who holds the deadlift medals and in which order, but what we don't know is who will be walking home the 74-kilo champion.
Now is the time to decide who walks away champion. 272.5 for Stas Orazem, a very believable pull based on his second attempt. However, this is his personal best in competition. Could that play a mental thing on his head? Is that mind games with the bar, or is he confident enough to try and grab the title here?
And the bar is loaded.
Let's see it, the pull for the title. And he's done it with a smile. The title goes back to Slovenia. 3 white lights for Stas Orazem. He's been a solid champion. He's had a solid day. He's had more in the tank on almost all events. And he's going to be crowned champion. Quick recap of the classes, of course. Champion in the 59s, Ciesielski. Champion in the 66s, Alexandre Labes, followed by Skaravis and Danek. And the podium in the 74s, third Gloris, second, but a solid performance, Gothenburg. And nominated second, but walking away first with a new user record, Stas Orazem. It was a good first fight for this Euros Universities Classic Powerlifting Cup. We'll be back tomorrow at 10. 3 flights tomorrow. And just in a few minutes, the medal ceremonies for this flight. See you tomorrow.
In the total rankings, in silver medal with 240 kilos on total, Katia Katsarova. And your 47 kilo EUSA champion with 348, Marion Bonifay. Everybody, please stand for the French national anthem. No anthem. Thank you, ladies. In the 52 kilo category in the squat event, bronze medal with 132.5 kilos goes to Martina Fortuna. Silver medal with 140 kilos goes to Everita Raine Matkevica. And the squat gold with 145 kilos goes to Manon Gasquet. Congratulations. Thank you. In the bench press, bronze medal with 77.5 kilos goes to Everita Raine Makevica. The silver medal with 77.5 kilos goes to Manon Gasquet. And the bench press gold with 82.5 kilos goes to Mayan Ichi. Thank you, congratulations. In the deadlifts with 145 kilos, bronze medal goes to Mayan Ichi. With 155 kilos, the silver deadlift medal goes to Everita Raine Makevica. And the deadlift gold with 170.5 kilos goes to Manon Gasquet. Thank you, congratulations. In the total rankings in the 52s, in third place with 355 kilos, Mayan Ichi. In second place with 372.5 kilos, Everita Raine Makevica. And your 52 kilo EUSA champion with 393, Manon Gasquet. Congratulations, ladies. Please give them another round of applause as they leave the platform. And we will be proceeding with the men's categories. Athletes, please get ready. All of the men's athletes, please proceed to the platform entrance. We're going to start with the men's ceremony. Everybody, please welcome the men's athletes. Why are we starting with 74? Why are we starting with 74?
I want to go home.
Thank you, Overlord Alex. In the 59 kilo category, the squat gold medal with 160 kilos goes to Patryk Ciesielski. The bench press gold medal with 92.5 kilos goes to Patryk Ciesielski. The deadlift gold medal with 200 kilos also goes to Patryk Ciesielski. And with 452.5 kilos, Patryk Ciesielski is your 59 kilo EUSA champion. Congratulations. Thank you. In the 66 kilo category in the squat event, with 177.5, the bronze medal goes to Jack Whitaker. With 185 kilos, the silver medal goes to Jakub Danek. And the squat gold with 225 kilos goes to Alexandre Laves. Congratulations. Thank you. In the bench press, the bronze medal with 132.5 kilos goes to Jack Whitaker. The silver medal with 145 kilos goes to Alexandre Labes. And the bench press gold with 147.5 kilos goes to Pascal Scanavis. Congratulations, thank you. In the deadlift event, the bronze medal with 202.5 kilos goes to Jakub Danek. The silver medal with 220 kilos goes to Pascal Scanavis. And deadlift gold with 235 kilos goes to Alexandre Labesse. Congratulations, thank you. In the total rankings in the 66 kilo category with 517.5, the bronze medal goes to Jakub Danek. With 542.5 kilos, the silver medal goes to Pascal Scanavis. And your 66 kilo EUSA champion is Alexandre Labesse with 605 kilos. Congratulations. Thank you, athletes. In the 74 kilo category in the squat event with 235 kilos, bronze medal goes to France José Goris. With 247.5 kilos, silver medal goes to Stash Orajem. And with 260 kilos, squat gold goes to Rami Gudelburg. Thank you, gentlemen. Congratulations. In the bench press, with 147.5 kilos, bronze medal goes to Jason Kamara. With 167.5 kilos, silver medal goes to Stash Orajem. And with 167.5 kilos, the bench press gold goes to Rami Gudelburg. Thank you, gentlemen. Congratulations. In the deadlifts, bronze medal with 252.5 goes to France José Goris. The silver medal with 257.5 kilos goes to Rami Gudelburg. And with 272.5 kilos, the deadlift gold goes to Stash Orajem. Thank you, congratulations. In the final standings with 632.5 kilos, the bronze medalist is France José Goris. With 685 kilos, silver medal goes to Rami Gudelburg. And with 687.5 kilos, your 74 kilo EUSA champion is Stash Orajem. Congratulations once again, gentlemen. Everybody, please, another applause for our athletes as they leave the stage. that will be all for today. Join us again tomorrow at 10